Uh, Norm, we're, I guess, here to kind of zero in on the Tom Petty auction items.
Right.
First, of course, because I know he was your friend, let me extend our condolences
Thank you.
for the loss of somebody who blessed us with his talent, but also you with his friendship.
Right.
Discuss
40
the
years.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay. The items that are up for auction, and I know there's some good causes to benefit. Let's talk
Absolutely.
about that.
well, the items are, there's a Gibson Sg guitar, which was from 1965, that Tom used on the tour with Bob Dylan when they were touring together. And there are some really nice photos of and video of Tom playing the guitar with Bob. And how I kind of got into this is I've done trades with Tom over the years for many, many times on a lot of guitars. And there was a guitar that I wanted. And I had previously sold this other guitar to Tom, and I knew he played it with Bob Dylan. And I said, well, if you want this guitar, two conditions. I want this one guitar back that you played with Bob, and I want you to play a show for the Midnight Mission. And so Tom played, this was about 10 years ago for the Midnight Mission, and we raised about $250,000 that day. And at the end of the gig, Tom said, we'll do it again. I said, Tom, you know, I can't ask you to do it again. I mean, you just did it. He said, we'll do it again. And I never bothered him. I never called him. About 8 years later, he called me on the phone. He said, Norm, you know, and he did it with Mudcrutch, which was his first band prior to the Heartbreakers, and there's a couple of the Heartbreakers in that band. He said, let's do it again. And I said, you're kidding, right? He said, no, we're getting ready to go out on tour again, and our first gig, let's do the same thing that we did, and we'll do a concert for the Midnight Mission. So we chose Cal State Northridge, and he said, let's do it in a 500-seater. And let's do it on a Monday night. We're leaving for tour on Friday. Let's do it for Monday. He said, you know, it's not the Heartbreakers, it's Mudcrutch, so I don't know if it'll sell out. Well, it sold out in about 2 seconds. And I called Tom and I said, well, good news, you know, we sold out. You know, he said, really? He said, well, let's do Tuesday as well. So there's a poster over there from the show that Tom signed, and you know, to me, and the guys in the band signed it. And Tom became very, very interested in the Midnight Mission over the years, donated a lot to them, and he received an award from Music Cares for his work with the homeless. So, and Tom knew that, you know, any musician is about one step from being homeless. It could have happened to him, could have happened to me, you know, so.
A big-hearted fellow,
Yeah.
and equally talented. It sounds like there's also a top hat in the mix
There
with
is.
this guitar.
And-
Speak to us about those two items.
Okay, well, the top hat is one of the most iconic pieces of Tom Petty memorabilia. He's known for that particular hat, and he wore it on tour with Bob Dylan. He wore it also with the Traveling Wilburys, and he signed the inside of the hat for me too, because Tom knew that I was eventually going to sell the things. It was a trade, and so he gave me the good provenance with the stuff. But you know, it was stuff that I kind of kept over the years, and I never thought I would sell it. And I'm 2 years older than Tom would be today, and we were good friends, and I never thought I'd outlive Tom, but that's the way it goes. And I'm 69 years old, and it's just time for me to kind of share it and let some other people have it. And some of the money is going to go to the Midnight Mission, which is my favorite charity. And there's one other charity called the Tazzy Fund, which Mike Campbell, the guitar player, lead guitar player from the Heartbreakers, it's his animal charity. And they find homes for dogs, and they also find dogs homes with veterans. So it's a really good cause, and Mike's very into it. So I just figured some of the money's going to go to both of those charities, and you know, I just feel in Tom's memory that that would be the right thing to do.
I think you anticipated my last question about the sentiment going forward as you give up personal property with tremendous sentimental value.
Right.
For a portion of the proceeds will be going to two exceptional good causes.
Right.
What's on your heart right now?
Well, anything that I can do for the Midnight Mission, I'm always involved. We've done a lot of shows. I mean, you know, Richie Sambora hosted, actually your own Fritz Coleman hosted the first Tom Petty show and the last Tom Petty show that we did. There were 3 that we did. So, but Richie Sambora, Los Lobos, Jackson Brown, REO Speedwagon, Don Felder, Bobby Caldwell, So many more. My friend Freebo, Lawrence Druber. I mean, just a lot of them kind of realized what a good cause it is, and they stuck with the Midnight Mission over the years. And years ago, they gave me this thing called the Golden Heart Award, which was a great honor. They gave Tom the award. They also gave it to Richie Sambora. My friend Joe Bonamassa played 3 times for him. He's the biggest blues artist in the world, the greatest blues guitar player in the world right now. And this guy's not too bad either. This guy, Guy King, he's like killer as well. So, you know, all these guys just felt that the Midnight Mission was the right cause, and especially for musicians, because any one of them could be broken on the streets at any time.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We get a 2-shot if you don't mind. I don't have to ask you a lot of questions at all. You're, if you haven't heard this already, a great storyteller.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Norm. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
show you something.
We'll check the poster in a moment. David
Okay.
has to get a shot of the back of my head so the boss
Okay.
knows I did the interview.
Okay.
And not the
Make
intern.
sure you get
Yes,
paid.
sir.
All right,
Well,
there you
I
go.
get paid anyway, but just to validate the fact that we're here and you took time out of your busy schedule. It
Well,
means
it's
a
my
lot.
pleasure.
Thank
you
you.
know, and thank you guys for doing it.
No worries. So when did you ship off the items? And
I shipped them off about a week ago
Okay.
because they had to have them to prep to do.
I would imagine.
To
Right.
do this magazine here. So this is the one guitar.
Put these
This is
both
the
in
main
there.
guitar,
Okay.
and he signed that. And this is his top
That's the
hat.
top hat.
And there's a picture of Tom with the top hat there.
I should get out of the way. I'm sorry. Come on through.
And this
Do your
is
thing.
Tom and Bob Dylan at the microphone. And that's the SG, that's the guitar that's in question. And this is another good shot of the SG guitar.
And it's exceptional craftsmanship with this particular instrument.
Well, yeah, it's a collector's item and it's a fabulous instrument. I mean, Tom wouldn't play anything that wasn't really good. Tom was a connoisseur of guitars. And this is a picture of me and Tom back in the 70s when we first
Oh, look at you guys. Where did the time go?
I know. I don't know what happened.
A little bit of a glare?
Tilted, yeah, tilted. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. So are you both out of Gainesville?
I'm from Miami, actually.
Okay,
I
because
grew
my
up in
husband's from
Miami.
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, really? I
I
played
did.
in Fort Lauderdale. I used to work with a guy named Bobby Caldwell, and
Okay.
I came out here with Bobby, you know, years ago. in a
And
band.
Bobby, What I Did for Love?
What You Won't Do for
I
Love.
just saw him in
Yeah.
Catalina last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
He's great.
He really is, and his instrument is still
So
in great
picture
shape.
with Tom and,
Okay.
and Jen over here, you know. so-
Wow. That's you?
Yeah.
What a cutie pie. Y'all look great together. So you spent a lot of time here?
And then, Tom?
Yeah.
He was a guitar collector, and he was weak when it came to guitars. So one thing else I just want to show you that's kind of cool.
Here's Fred.
Oh,
Oh, thank you for sharing. Nice.
So-
we love Fritz.
this is my
The
first.
ambassador
great.
for NBC.
I know.
Is
We don't
great.
deserve him.
This is my first book,
Okay.
and forward was done by Tom.
It's a good friend.
Yeah. So.
And shared love of
And
instruments.
what happened was, the guitar that he was after, and he wanted it so bad, was this guitar here. This is a very rare guitar made for sale in England. So this was exported, and it had an original receipt from Hesse's Music in Liverpool. That's where the Beatles got all
Beatles.
their stuff.
Sounds familiar.
And Tom was a big Beatle fan. I mean, you know, he was good friends with George, who was in the Wilburys with him. But he wanted this guitar. And he kept calling me and saying, Norm, come on, sell me the guitar. Norm, come on, sell me the guitar. Finally, I said, Tom, I'll trade with you. I'm happy for you to have it, but you got to do 2 things. I want the guitar, the Dylan guitar, and I want you to play for the Midnight Mission. And that's the...
That's the poster over there?
Yeah, from
All
Mike
right.
Crutch.
Let's go take a look.